So here we are. Um, so some good stuff, some bad stuff over the past few weeks. Uh, Not as much like I don't know how to explain it, guys. But point is, I'm semi-cooked, but I can get out of it. So I want to go over today what I did and why I did it. Right. So I miswrote hole. I meant a hole, like you dig out a hole. But I thought about holes in my bucket. What is throwing away money? Where are they leading? Why aren't they converting? Are they not converting? And you need to make your funnel, right? The funnel. The funnel, there's ads, then your landing page or your product page, and then your offer. If you get those all super good, you're going to generate cash, right? So, last time I tested and had my ad sets on, my campaign on, my ads were running at around a $3 CPC. Not good, not good, not good. That means every $3 I spend, one person is gonna get to my store. So if I spend $100, I'm gonna get 30 people to my, wait, no, that's not right. If I spend $100, I'm gonna get 30 people to my site. And that's what was happening. Wasting money, just wasting money. So that was number one. That was number one. Hole in my bucket. Expensive traffic. Now, move on to my landing page. Landing page. Bounce rate is low, but I had to analyze. Is it low because people just don't want to read the paragraphs and just want to go see how much it is? Or is it low because it's a good one and people are like, whoa, I want this. How much does it cost? Bottom line, well, you can also figure that out if people are not converting. Are people bouncing? High bounce rate, but people are converting? You're good. Low bounce rate, nobody's converting? You're bad. Low bounce rate, everybody's converting? That's good. In my case, low bounce rate, no one was converting, right? But at the same time, I had expensive traffic. So, but that was another hole that I saw that I can improve on and cover it up a bit. This is the hole. No, this is the bucket. There was a hole right here. That was the landing page. Had to cover it up a bit. Close it. So what I did, I'll explain in a minute what I did. Now, my offer. Are people converting? Because out of 45 to 50 people, there was one sale, right? So that leaves me at a 2.5 conversion rate. Like, are you kidding me? That's super terrible. So, these were holes in my bucket. Now, let's move on to what I did. For ads, I made better ads, improved on some, made new ones, launched them. They're now in progress for tomorrow. Landing page. Instead of images, I'm trying videos. That way, the store experience is better. And I learned this in accounting, in an accounting class I had. When you're advertising and you see, for example, a photo, when you see a photo, a billboard, the goal is not to just show a picture and say, hey, buy this. The goal is to provide an experience so that people can be like, I can see myself as that guy. So I can achieve what that guy is doing. There's a fly around here. So I'm doing the same thing with my landing page. I put down some videos of my target audience, women, and yeah, and I improved on some of the titles. I'm gonna improve on some of the copy too, but yeah, that's what I did for my landing page. Also, to make it more congruent with my ads, but I can improve even more, but I'll do that in a bit. Now, as far as my offer, I can't lower my price. I just can't, because I'd lose too much money. Because getting a $15 CPA is pretty hard to do, I've found. It's doable. Don't get me wrong, it's doable. But, so, bro. Is that, huh? Yeah. I'll be there in a minute. $15 CPA is doable, but pretty hard to get below that. Let's say if I lower my price by $5, I take it from 30 to 25. That means I would need a $10 CPA max to break even. And if you're new to e-commerce, that is not easy. That's not an easy task. What's the goal though? The goal is to get 1,000 subscribers at $30 a piece. If I can do more, great, I do more. But that's the goal. If I dip any lower, it's gonna be hard to do. If I dip any lower, it's just hard to get a $15 CPA as is. So, I made new ads. I made new landing page. What I did to my offer is change it psychologically, right? And I changed some copy and I changed some product images, but what I did to the offer, $22, right? They're like, oh, snap. Oh. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, we're back. They're like, oh snap, $22? $22 is good. $22 for anxiety relief and stress relief? Sign me up. Right? I forgot to mention, with $30 and free shipping, there was a high add to cart rate, but also a high drop off rate. So, what I did was I made it more clear that it's a subscription, and so $22 for a bottle. And instead of 5 free gifts, I made it 2 free gifts so that the perceived value of the bottle goes up even higher. So that they're like, oh snap, this thing really works. And once they get a checkout, shipping is $8. And they have the option to choose if they want faster shipping, which for $15 or $18, something like that. The difficulty with doing this stuff is, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's get serious. All right, let's get serious. Over the past few weeks, I've been testing subscriptions. That way, there's steady flow of cash flow. But when you're testing, you lose money, right? Because you're still trying to figure out the right formula. Now, with the 2.5 conversion rate, that leaves 1 to 2 sales if per order. If 1 to 2 sales per $100 you spend. Rough. So I'm spending $120, getting back 60. So I've been losing major cash, and then on top of that, there's refunds that I have to process. So recently, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've had to dip into my own money recently to keep me afloat. And I have to make it recently. I have to make it work soon. I have to make it work soon for me to get out of this mess. And that's my plan. Right now, I'm not where I live. So when I do get back to where I live, I'm going to put more hours into my 9 to 5 so I can cover some business costs that I've had. Because this needs to work. It has to work, right? But right now I'm going through the storm that's before the rainbow. I'm going through the hardships that many entrepreneurs go through. And I mean, why would I lie to you guys? It sucks. It really sucks. I think the most difficult part is the fluctuation in emotions, which is why it's good to try to run your business, because then you become cold to your emotions. You become very stoic. One thing that I've seen and I'm trying to control is the fluctuation of, like I said, my emotions. Because there's times where you're like, dang, I'm the GOAT. And there's other times where you're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Am I going to make it? But you can't be thinking that way. And I shouldn't be thinking that way, because if my goal is to make it in life, and I have no other option, or I don't want another option, then, and I keep going at it consistently, I will make it. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, and I just have to keep fighting. I have to keep throwing punches. Uh, there's been a lot of setbacks. And I think one thing that I also have to control, and everybody has to control, is comparisons. I need to stop comparing myself too much because I tend to do that a lot. I see people younger than me make it, and I'm like, why not me? But then that leads to something else. When you have all these setbacks, there's two things. One is that you're going to have more experience and more knowledge than the guy who didn't go through what you're going through. Somebody who's 19, somebody who's 20, didn't have to go through the mental battles that I've been going through and continue to go through sometimes. They didn't have to go through that, oh my goodness, I need to make it this time around. Not, oh, I want to, I need to. And number two, I learned this from Alex Hormozy, is that it's that instead of thinking, poor me, that I'm going through all this stuff, think about it as poor everyone else who's gonna have to go through what I'm going through, because it's hard and it sucks, dude. If I started this YouTube channel, I want to say a year ago, you guys would be seeing a different me. You guys, maybe not, because a year ago, I was borderline. I'm not even gonna put myself there depressed, but I was just like super, I don't know, obsessed dangerously, and it led to unnecessary failures, because when you're trying to rush it, you don't have time to think. But when I think what leads to that is the not knowing. The not knowing how to do it leads to obsession, because you want to know how to do it. So once you know how to run ecom, once you know how to do trading, once you know how to work crypto, once you know how to copyright, whatever your trade is, once you know how to do it, the anxiety and the stress eases off easier, because the reason why I think people have anxiety when they're starting off is because they don't know how they're going to make it. They don't know what the following steps are. And it's that not knowing how to do it that leads you to, will I even make it? Or that leads you to, how am I going to pull this off? Thankfully, I've had a mentor. That's helped me understand a lot about econ. Because now that I know what to do, it's alleviated me from a lot of stress. And, yeah. So that was a plan for today. And that was a little chit chat for today. I'll see you guys soon, and yeah, we can't stop. This is what I've said in many videos. There's no stopping because you can't fail until you quit. So, no stopping. All gas, no brakes. I'll see you guys around.